Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spurs Live. These are the three things we've learned versus Man City. But before we start, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I heard a rumour that if you subscribe to the channel, Tottenham will win a trophy. I'm just saying, subscribe to the channel then. Alright, let's start off with the topic number one, and that is Dejan Kulusevski playing in that number 10 role versus City. He's scored 3 goals in the Etihad since his arrival to Tottenham Hotspur and has had 5 goal contributions since arriving at Tottenham Hotspur in versus Man City. I mean, Dejan Kulusevski, what we learned from this match, for me, in my opinion, is I think him playing that 10 role helps so much. Helps the team so much because he's able to hold that ball in front when we don't really have many players who can do that. You got Sonny who can hold the ball for a bit, not too much though. Richarlison really can't do that because otherwise he falls, and usually the ref does not call a foul for that. But Dejan, Kulusevski, what he does is he holds the ball up front and is manoeuvring the ball to the wingers, Brian Gill Johnson. Besides the fact that, in my opinion, I don't think the wingers had a particular fantastic game, except maybe maybe Johnson had a good game. Check out our play ratings. We did that on the live yesterday, and you can see how well we think Ben Johnson, Brian Gill did. But so I think it's just amazing that Kulusevski can hold the ball up and maneuver the ball really nicely. Another thing is the fact that when Kulusevski goes back to that right wing spot, Johnson back to that left wing spot, and then we have that cam position open for different players to come into that. It allows Kulusevski to be more of a goal threat. And, I've said this for multiple times. Kulusevski in that 10 role is brilliant. But Lo Celso in that 10 role, absolutely not. And that nicely moves us on to our second topic of the day. And that is the Lo Celso into the centre mid role in that 8 midfield positioning. And, in my opinion, I think that's fantastic. I think he's doing an unbelievable job. You know, he came from La Liga, where a league where everything's so much calmer. You've got time on the ball to make passes. You got the time and day to think about what you're gonna do. You come from international, Argentina, the world champions. You got time on the ball. You have time on the ball. No one's gonna press you because international football is so slow. But then when you get to Tottenham Hotspur, bang, everything is on. The speed of the game is so much faster. The physicality of the game is so much faster. When you're on the ball, Lo Celso, he's got maybe one touch and he has to move it out his feet already. He's got to pass it. Now, what we learned versus Man City is the fact that if Lo Celso goes forward, he has a strike on him. I'm telling you, the guy's got a strike on him. I thought that versus Aston Villa, that goal, that volley was just a fluke. But really, Lo Celso's got a strike on him. People will say that Ederson was not positioned very well for the goal, but in all fairness, Lo Celso had a strike and a half there. I'll be honest. I think Lo Celso is probably the most threatening player going forward in that centre mid in that midfield role that we've got. Now he controls the play really well because in that 8 role he does have a little bit more time than that 10 role, and that's the reason why I think him being in that 8 role is so much more influential than being in that 10 role. But overall, brilliant game from Lo Celso. Check out our play ratings on the live stream that we just did. It is the top left hand corner right there. It should be there somewhere there. And smash the subscribe button once again. We are going to be moving on to the final take of the game, and that is the mentality shift between the first half set of players to the second half set of players. I believe that the first half of players, the Sonny, the Kulus, the Gio, the Basuma, different players when they came out once again. You can really tell when a team is going down 1-0, 2-0. You can tell if they're going to be going for the draw, going for the loss, or they're going to go for a win. You can tell with Ange though. He is going for the win every single game. Now I was thinking about this midway game. You are essentially 3-2 down to Man City. Most likely you're going to concede another one. Let's be honest. Most likely you're going to concede another one. Why don't you just go for the win? Go for the win. Go for the win. You've got this quality of players. to go for a win. I'm not saying you will, but you've got the set qualities of Sonny, Kulusevski, Brennan Johnson, Bissouma, Lascelles. So you got those assets. Go for the win. Why not? Why not? What are you gonna do? What, instead of losing 3-2, you're gonna lose 4-2? Instead of losing 4-2, you're gonna lose 5-2? Doesn't matter. Go for the win. And that's what Ange did. We didn't win at the game. We got the draw, but that just shows the mentality shift between the players. That first half we were more relaxed on the ball, although we did have a couple of threats. We did score, but it was not enough. It was not enough. We need to go for the win. Game after game after game, Ange will not change his start play for anyone. And that's the brilliance about Ange. So if you enjoy Ange and you enjoy Tottenham Hotspur content, make sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a like on this video, comment down below if you're happy after that win, after that draw versus City, because some Tottenham fans are not happy. So comment down below, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Come on, you Spurs, big up the Tottenham, and so glad to have the Tottenham back. No more fossil football, come on.